Welcome back to the Silver Lining, where it's no filler, no fluff. We just keep it a buck. Today we're gonna do something different. We're actually gonna dive into some TV. We're gonna talk about this new Daredevil show. I think we're 5 episodes in, so we're gonna talk about what we think about the show so far, and kind of go from there. Got the man Kurt in the building. What's going on, brother?
You know I'm excited to talk about this, yo. You know I am, man. Shout out to all my peoples, man. I'm just ready to get into it, man. Let's get it.
All right, man. I mean, let's get it, man. What do you think about the show so far? 5 episodes in. What you thinking?
Well, I mean, we 5 episodes into Born Again
Hmm.
season 2.
Season 2.
But if we want to talk about the whole from Netflix on, like to me, Daredevil is the best Marvel TV series. To me. I like Loki. I also like a lot of people didn't like Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Um Hawkeye was pretty cool, but to me, Daredevil is peak, man. It's peak. It's I mean, that dude really make you think he blind. Like he really knows how to play the character. If you know about Daredevil, he's one of those if you know type character in Marvel. He's not as big as Spider-Man and Hulk and Wolverine. So you gotta actually be a fan to actually know about Daredevil, right? So for them to give him a TV series, I just think it's amazing. I think they portrayed him right. I think the story is right. I think they made up for that She-Hulk shit. Like he was on the She-Hulk TV series and he was kind of comical. They made up for it. They went back to the serious. They went back to desperation. You know what I'm saying? And I think what they're doing with Daredevil is like what we're going to see moving forward, right? Because the original Daredevil, they introduced the Punisher. Yo, them Punisher and Daredevil scenes when they be talking back and forth about logic, bro, that's as good as it gets. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the Punisher because that is the Punisher. You know what I'm saying? We might have to cover that one time too, but I just feel like this Daredevil series is what comic book TV series should be. It's not the tone that's set. You know, it's just like I'm just happy that they kept a serious character serious, right? Like because sometimes with Wolverine, it like Wolverine and Deadpool, it was so much comedic banter back and forth. And Wolverine is not like really a comedic guy. He's just like an
Hmm.
asshole that you might laugh at. You understand?
Yep. Yep.
But with Daredevil, they got that shit right, bro. And see, when you talk about villains, Wilson Fisk, this depiction of Wilson Fisk is probably the best, in my opinion, the best villain on TV right now. He looks like Kingpin. He talks like Kingpin. He acts like Kingpins. No nonsense. It is very canon. It is very comic book accurate with this Kingpin. He does not play, bro. Like, and there is a comic book story where he does run for mayor. Then Vanessa just got glass in her head, bro. He's holding Vanessa at the end of it with her blood on him. Yo, he's about to go crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? And then they still got the side characters. Like we see Swordsman. Swordsman was in the Hawkeye. He was
Mm.
Kate Bishop. He was actually dating her mother. You know what I'm saying? So we get to see Swordsman, and then they bringing in White Tiger. You know what I'm saying? And then Poindexter. Bullseye is such a fucking problem. That opening scene where he kills Foggy and they fighting up them steps, bro.
Hmm.
That is one of the best fight scenes in Marvel, period, bro. That was vicious, it's dirty, it's grimy, it's everything that you want out of a Daredevil because Daredevil isn't Spider-Man. He isn't a joyous, he's not a feel-good superhero. He's a true anti-hero. And the way they depicting his relationship with Karen. Come on, man. Karen is like one of the best side characters in Marvel. She's dealt with them all. She was there for Daredevil. She was there for Iron Fist. She was there for Luke Cage. She was there for Punisher. And now to see him and Karen actually get together, which I thought they was going to do in the original Netflix series, but the way that they're depicting this is what we want out of a Daredevil. That She-Hulk Daredevil had a one night stand, walk of shame. She said, "I'm going to kick your ass." He did a flip and said, "Ass isn't kicked yet." That's not Daredevil. That
That was
isn't Daredevil.
trash.
The
That
Daredevil,
was so
yeah,
trash.
yeah. That's not our Daredevil. The Daredevil that we see today in this TV show is the Daredevil that we want to see. You know, um, And like I said, bro, he is such a good actor, yo. He is such an amazing actor that he really like he be looking away and staring away at the right times, trying to find stuff and figure stuff out, bro. Like that scene where he almost dies and Poindexter saves him and he throws the dagger that says thank you. You're welcome, my man. Like, yo, come on, yo. Like, what aren't they giving us in this Daredevil? I think it's 5 out of 5. If we was rating it, this TV series would be S tier, considering how they're covering it and how they're betraying Daredevil. So it's like, and they let us down so many times. Sometimes, like with Riri Williams, with Rogue, it's good to see them get it right.
Um, so I agree with most of what you said.
Okay.
Especially when you said that this is the best comic book TV show. 1000% agree with you. However, the iteration of the show that I would say is the best comic book TV show is the Netflix one. And
Okay.
I think when you get past the Netflix one, a gate comes down. And then we have this one. Because I do not think this version of it is anywhere near as good as the Netflix version. Not even close. In
Well, they
fact, I
can't
would
they
actually
can't do what they can't actually do everything because it's still like on Disney Plus, so they can't like do everything, but they're trying.
I mean, I hear you, but I mean, I gotta still judge it the way I'm judging it. And
Back.
I didn't think season one was very good at all, to be honest with you. I thought
Uh,
I thought the first episode, the one you were talking when they had that fight on the roof, that was amazing. So like the first episode was fire. But after the first episode, it got pretty much mid up until like the last two episodes of it was good. So I don't think the last season was that good at all. It was okay, but it wasn't nothing great. Um, this season here, I'm sorry, Kurt. I like it. I think
uh-huh.
it's cool. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's great. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I have to judge it based off what the show was. Like, okay, I should start being positive. I'm gonna come off the rip being negative. Let's be positive. The show is good. Everything on the side of like Fisk has been fantastic. Like all that them dynamics they got going on that side has been great. Even like that the side storyline with what's the guy his right hand man
Foggy,
nah, I'm
Foggy
talking about
Nelson.
Fist's right hand man. Daniel, I think his name is
Oh
the
yeah,
dude that's
yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah, that whole thing, and then his girl, well, the guy he wants her to be his girl is who's actually doing the thing and like putting the mask on, and I feel
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
and I think he knows her, but he's like, man, she fine though. I don't want to. I ain't trying to turn it in for real. But so I think that's gonna be interesting because at some point it's gonna be like, bro, you gonna save yourself or you just want the chocolate because you can't. I mean, because if Fish finds that out, you done. So I think that aspect has been really good. Um, like I said, a lot of stuff on Fish sides has been dope. Um, on
The
Daredevil
fifth,
side,
the fifth side is
yeah,
flawless.
yeah, it's
Yes,
pretty much flawless. It's like all that has been great, and like you said, best villain. The way he acts that role is fantastic. I mean, that is Kingpin right there. Like, ain't
that's
no doubt
Kingpin.
about it. On the Daredevil side, I think it's some hit or miss. I think the fight scenes
Okay.
have been very good. They've been good fight scenes, but they just ain't got the grittiness of them ones on the Netflix show, man. Them fight scenes on there was just gritty, grimy fights, man. Like they like choreographed them fights to not look choreographed. It was just grimy.
Right.
He was like, I'm talking about like when the show first started and he didn't have his suit yet. All he had was like the little thing over his
Little
eyes. Like
thing over his head. Yeah,
man,
yeah,
them
yeah.
scenes was crazy, man. They was going at it. And these scenes, they cool. Like they cool. I like them, but it just ain't hitting quite for me like it used to be. It's just not quite. It's not quite hitting. And sometimes I feel like they just throwing fight scenes in there because they just to keep the viewers engaged because some of these storylines just ain't hitting. I look, I appreciate the thing that they're doing with like the guys on the street that are rounding people up. I get the little thing they're
The
doing to try
ATF.
to like yeah, I like what they're kind of doing to kind of link it to like real life situations with ICE. I like that they're trying to do it, but it's so heavy-handed, dog. Like it's so heavy-handed, so in your face. Like this is just like ICE, people. Do you see it? Like the scene in the
Mhm.
last episode when they busted in on the in the lawyer's office and they was, we don't need a warrant. We do whatever we want. We don't need anything. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
bro. Like, calm the shit down, bro. Like, I understand you trying to do the little parallel. I appreciate it, but it's so in your face. It's like a hawk hand when it's heavy handed. Like, boom, this is ice. Like, come on, man. It's just a little too much,
Too
and I don't.
obvious.
It's too obvious, and I don't particularly find it very interesting the way they're doing
That's
it. To be
fair.
honest, I don't find it very interesting. I actually don't think it makes a ton of sense how they're doing it. To be honest with you, um, the the stuff with real quick, because again, I want to emphasize that like I don't mind that they're doing it. I just don't like how they're doing it. If you look at like X-Men, and I know I'm comparing it to the cream of the crop, but you know how
Right,
X-Men there are parallels to like the civil rights movement in terms of like how X-Men was done, right?
right.
I see it, I get it, but at the same time, it's great in its own merit to go with the parallel. It's not so in your face. You have to really think about it, like, oh yeah, I get it, because Professor X is more of the peace, and we all need to be together. And Magneto is more like Malcolm. I
Malcolm X.
get it,
Think about
yeah,
force.
but it's not so in your face. Like this is so just it's so heavy handed, man. And at times I was like cringing watching it. Honestly, I was like cringing watching
And
it at
then you
times.
see them, and then you see them, and then you see them actually locking up the Spanish woman. You know what I'm
Yeah, like
saying? Like,
come on,
yeah,
dog.
yeah. I
It's
get
so
that. I
heavy
didn't even,
handed.
you know what though? I looked at the ice aspect of it, right? But I was just, it didn't. When you say it, it really does make it seem like damn, they really is putting too much sugar in the Kool Aid with this shit, right?
It's too
Um,
much.
yeah,
It's just
it
too
is.
much.
It is. Yeah. Now that you say that, looking at it, but they're trying to. Okay, how should I say this? That aspect of that TV show, that aspect of the storyline, is only there to bridge something else. You
Okay.
understand? And the reason they got to dumb down Daredevil a little bit is because at some point in time he has to be on screen with Spider-Man. And that dude in the original Netflix cannot be in a Spider-Man movie. He cannot be with Spider-Man. The stuff that they was doing in the Netflix. So it's kind of like they're trying to water him down a little bit to be able to be out there with Kamala Khan eventually, to be out there eventually with Spider-Man. And I get what you're saying, because that Netflix series was The Wire.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
watching The Wire with superheroes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But for um for this particular part of for this particular TV show, though, I think it has to be a little bit uh, as family friendly as it can be. You know, they have to water it down as much as they can because they already had him in the Spider-Man movie. Right? Remember, he caught the brick, and you know what I'm saying? He went to represent Spider-Man. So it's like we can't have that Netflix dude. We just can't. We can't have that Netflix dude with Spider-Man. It's just it would be like putting something X-rated on Cartoon Network. You know what I'm saying? It's like they gotta kind of dumb them down. So I get what you're saying about, because the Netflix series is golden. Like the Netflix series is so good that it does kind of take away from what they're doing again. I think if we never see the Netflix series, we're looking at this series like, yo, it's the greatest shit ever. The Born Again. But to your point, that ice shit is definitely relevant in the culture in the country right now, and they're actually, I guess, trying to spread awareness. I don't quite get it, but it's all about the Mutant Act because they're going to introduce mutants, right? They're going to introduce other superheroes, and this is, I guess, this is like the beginning of the Fathers of Humanity. If you know, I'm not, I don't know for sure, but it feels like that's the way it's going. It's going to start ATF, right? But then they're going to evolve into Fathers of Humanity who hunted mutants. And I do like that the outlaw on superheroes, right? I do like that because now it makes all the superheroes scramble and they got to get desperate and they got to find solace in different places. Like this man is sleeping in old abandoned houses. You know what I'm saying? He cannot walk the streets. So it's a, I get what you said. I don't like the ice aspect, but I do like how desperate it has made Karen and Daredevil, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I guess, man. But even with that, man, the even like the dialogue between him and Karen just be it's just not it just ain't hitting like it was, bro. It's just not like there are times where they just sitting there talking. They look like robots, bro. Like they like what happened? Like the chemistry they used to have on screen we used to jump off the screen, bro. Like their chemistry used to jump off the screen, and like I don't know. Right now, it's just it's a little flat to me, honestly. It's a little flat, and and ex-
But it's a
and
reason for
it's,
that
it's
though.
and speaking of Karen, bro, so when did she become a fighter? Did I miss something? I mean, I saw he was doing a little small little practicing with her, but like, okay, them small little practices, all of a sudden she can take down an Asian and tie him to a chair and carry him. What the heck?
Yeah.
Did I
Well, number
miss
one,
something?
she did get the drop on him, number one. Okay. But yeah, I see
She
what you're
did?
saying. Like, when did she ever do any training? You got to just think like she's been around a whole lot though. Like she had to have picked up with something, bro. She was with Punisher.
Man,
She was with you.
Kurt,
Like
Kurt,
it's like you got they're basically telling you to use your
Kurt,
own intuition to know why she can do this type of stuff. Basically, that's what
Kurt,
they're saying. So,
Kurt,
but she's been around enough. She's been around enough warriors to say she picked up a little something. That's all.
Kurt,
That's what I thought. Because when she beat the agent, I was like, damn, okay, Kane, you got hands. And then it's like I never seen you develop hands, but you've been around all of these niggas that's out here smashing shit. You have to have picked up something. And they show, like you said, they showed, Daredevil trying to show her a couple things or whatever. But I don't
Kurt,
know when she became a fighter. I don't. I just don't. You got
Kurt.
that one. You got that one, man.
Kurt, you told me that you could hang around a garage all your life and not be a mechanic. So I mean,
Not be a mechanic.
I don't know, son. I don't know, bro. Like and you know what it is, man. Like I'm not even typically I'm not typically the kind of guy that try to like go through a show with a fine tooth comb to talk about stuff that don't make sense. I'm not typically that kind of guy. But when the show is not like really captivating me, then I find myself being that kind of guy. And so yeah, like that just it didn't make sense. So I mean, what is this? So she's a fighter now. Like okay, what else? Also, I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry. That
Here we
kid, yo,
go.
that white tiger character. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh my
It is nails on a chalkboard, man. I mean,
oh
come
my
on, dog. No, she's coming in there like, oh, I got all their walkie talkies. I got everything. I just stole the truck. Boom, I can drive. Like, come on, yo. It's like she was the MVP. If we
she
needed
was the
her, we
last
would have.
yeah, she got the truck and all that. And this the crazy thing about that because she actually drove the truck, but then they asked the swordsman, like, can you drive this truck? And he didn't know how to drive it. And she was
Yeah,
the one that pulled around to get the other people. So it's like this 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl can figure out how to drive this truck, but a swordsman, a whole superhero, got to learn again. So
yeah,
I get what you're saying.
yeah. Come on, like.
I like the
I'm assuming
character.
that I'm not like I don't know the comics like you do, so you probably have a more of an idea for what's coming. So I will say that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry, man. Like I find that character annoying. It's nails on the chalkboard, and I guess it's building towards her taking off the of her father. So her father was the white tiger. So I guess it's taking. She's about to become that, and that's fine. But Man, I wish they found a different way to do it because I'm sorry, I found that whole scene nails on the chalkboard where she showed up with the truck and like, come on. And they gave her another responsibility. I forgot what it was on the last episode. They gave her something else she's about to do. You remember what it was? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
golly.
because Karen was like,
Because
it's
she
too
had said
dangerous.
something to Karen. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. But
And
I
I'm
don't
like,
think Karen knows
yeah,
that she has the amulet though. Like I think now she's gonna put on the amulet
yeah.
officially and be the white tiger. They could have handled the white tiger a little better. I will agree with that. Okay. Um, the problem with this is the only real problem with Daredevil is that they left big ass shoes to fill with the Netflix series,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I mean? And like damn isn't a bad album,
It's
but
alright.
Good Kid, Mad City is so good that you look at damn like I heard that before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when you used to eating lobster and steak, you know, um, fried chicken can seem like oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you said with that, and it's a lot of it's a lot of little nitpicks that they could have tidied up, but for the most part, it has like given us I think it has satisfied me. I would say that. No, it's not the Netflix series, but I've been satisfied because of Wilson Fisk and
Yeah,
Poindexter. Like Wilson Fisk and
yeah,
Poindexter are
yes.
fucking carrying the TV show right now.
I agree with that.
Daredevil is just a dude trying to
1000%
do
agree with
right.
that. Yes. 1000% agree with that.
Bullseye's like Bullseye's like when he walk up what are y'all known for? Milkshakes? Let me get a milkshake.
Yeah, that was
Everybody like,
fire.
and then he make the phone call and say, "I seen Fight Castle," and he has a gun. And
Yeah,
they come in there and you kill them niggas with silverware. You feel
yeah,
me? Like
yeah, yeah, that was fire. And I do like that whole dynamic that they got going with that as far as him and Daredevil because they're not on the same side, but they kinda on the same side. I think that's dope. Like, I like
it's
that.
like the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly, exactly. So I do like that. I like that a lot. I do wonder how that where that's gonna go because obviously now Wilson Fisk lost his girl, man. He gonna flip out, man. And is he gonna blame Daredevil for that? Because he was up in there too. Like I don't know if he saw how everything went down or whatever. So you know,
I
yeah,
think
I
he
like
knows Poindexter. I think
I
he
know he
knows
knows
that.
Poindexter, but does he think that Daredevil and them was working together? I don't
Well,
know.
Daredevil technically fought him, right?
Yeah,
Daredevil
yeah,
technically fought him
he
and
did.
dragged
Yeah,
him out the building. So
yeah.
the question is,
How's he gonna view that?
though,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
How's he gonna view
Exactly.
that?
How's he
Yeah.
going to view that? Is he going to, and it can create a dynamic to where as though this is the second time Daredevil stood up for me. So
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
Kingpin, what if Kingpin and Daredevil agree to hate Poindexter?
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, like
yep, yeah, yeah.
you
So yeah,
remember,
that's it.
when the
Yeah,
serial killer was out. Remember the first season, the serial killer with the white on his face or whatever.
yeah,
Kingpin was actually after him too, like trying to get
hmm
him off the street also. So it's
yeah,
like they have a chance. I just don't want them to. I don't want them to waste the potential. Like
hmm
this last episode can potentially like spring us forward to a whole nother world of dynamics. I just don't want them to get. I don't want them to get complacent in this because they might fuck around and ruin Poindexter. Like Poindexter is like villain. Okay, Fisk is the best villain, but Poindexter is like the best side villain. He's vicious, he's ruthless, he doesn't care, and he wants to kill Fisk. Okay, now Daredevil's ruthless and doesn't really care, but he knows he can't kill Fisk because then they're going to scream his name in the streets.
hmm
Like it's like it is
yeah,
like so. Like that is that
yeah,
dynamic, and they both want
yeah.
Wilson to fall, but they got two different ways of making it happen. So
Exactly.
it
I
is
love that.
like
I
that
think that's
that
dope. Like
dynamic. I hope they don't fuck
it
that
is.
up.
It is. That dynamic is very interesting, and I definitely want to see where that's going. So I love that. Love everything happening with Kingpin, and that dude that's working with Kingpin, the dude with the glasses that's always on his shoulder talking to him and stuff. The dude that was sitting on top of the boxes
Oh
and
yeah,
he was
yeah,
talking like,
yeah,
"Yo,
yeah.
yeah, 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 I want to see what's up with Joe for real," because he
Who
real,
is he connected to? Right. He said, "My people are happy with what you doing," but who is he
yeah,
connected to? Yeah,
yeah. I mean, he's
yeah.
whoever trying to bring them guns in there, but it's just like he got a real loose tongue, man. He just be talking. It's like, yo, you know who you talking to, right? Like, so I want to see where that's going.
And you know, Kingpin really get a nigga out of there. The fact that he could talk to
Yeah,
Kingpin like that says, like,
yeah,
hold up, right?
yeah,
It's so many little tidbits and little details that they can expound on. I just don't want them to fuck it up, bro. I just don't. And sometimes the MCU will build it up and it just deflate everything. And I don't want that to happen because it's so many underlying details in this Daredevil TV series that that can open up so many more possibilities. And we still haven't seen. We know Frank Castle has to come back. They was just chilling in his hideout.
yeah,
You remember that
yeah, yeah,
hold up, that conversation in season one with Daredevil and Punisher when they were sitting in his hideout
yeah,
and we talking about born again,
yeah.
like those Daredevil and Punisher situations are golden. I need to see more of that. I would have liked to see more of Punisher. This like the whole Punisher theme right now, but the problem. There's only one problem that I see with there's like one glaring problem. I do agree with you on the ICE situation. But the only problem that I see with Daredevil is they're kind of writing themselves into a corner to where as though Daredevil is going to have to work with Wilson Fisk. That's what I think is about to happen. And I think
Yeah.
it's about to ruin everything. I really do, bro. It's going
I
to get
mean,
to the point because I think
I don't
Wilson
know.
Fisk understands, like, he stood up for me twice. He saved my life, and
Yeah,
then he tried to stop Bullseye. So, like, maybe there's an opportunity for them to work together, but
yeah, it
I just
could
don't
be.
want it to go in that direction.
Yeah, it could be though. It definitely could be. I wasn't even thinking about it like that at first. I was thinking about it like, Wilson Fisk gonna lose his mind and not even think straight about it. He gonna be like, "Well, I don't know. My girl is dead and both of y'all was dead, so it's on. It's smoke with both of y'all." But you could be right. He could be like, "Yo, this dude saved my life once, and now he stood up again." So that could be an interesting dynamic, and I mean, it could mess it up, but that's what's keeping me really interested in the show is where that's going. I think that's
Right,
a
right.
excellent
And
story. And again, I'm not saying the show is bad. I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm not saying the show is bad. The show is solid. It's cool. I think it's cool. It's just, the
you seen it
standard that
Netflix.
was set on the
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
show, bro. The standard was set, and it's not meeting that standard in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. It's just not. But
I
I do like it.
I I agree with that, but I also feel like if we didn't get the Netflix, we would be looking at this as gold.
Probably, I agree with
I
that, but we
think, like
can't. I
you say,
mean,
the Netflix just they
I
did
mean,
right
you
with that.
I mean, you're probably right, but I can't play that game because this is the timeline that we on. I mean, if Illmatic didn't come
Right,
out, then people might say it was written as the greatest. I mean, we can't play that game. This is
right,
what it
right,
is. This
right,
this is the
right, right.
timeline we on. This is the timeline we on. So yeah, the show is dope. Looking forward to see where it goes. And I think they got 3 episodes left. So I mean, I'm not gonna rate it yet because we gotta wait for the show to end, but the show is solid. I'll give you the last
And
word.
and and, and another thing you said was about the black girl that's dressing up as Wilson Fisk. We see her uncle die in the Netflix series. Like, it's a lot of things that they continue that are very good. They are, but I will agree that Daredevil and Karen, to like, that dynamic is kind of cringe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But okay, if we was ranking this on the tier list, right? A S being the best, F being the worst, S being the best, I should say. The Netflix series is a S tier, hands down. Um, Probably one of the greatest, like I say, one of the greatest
Yeah.
superhero TV shows ever. But the Born Again is like somewhere between B and A. I think it's like upper class B. But where they can take this though, like I said, with these storylines, where they could possibly take this. And I love to see side characters. I like seeing Swordsman, who was in the Hawkeye. So now, we got Hawkeye probably going, like, it's so many connections. White Tiger eventually becomes a part of the Spider-Man team in the comic books. So we can get that happening. We have the Punisher. We know who the defenders are. They already have been the defenders together. It's so many places that they can take this. I just don't want them to muck it up. Like, because as of right now, it's a good show with amazing potential. You know what I'm saying? It just it has to execute properly. And I hope they do. Just don't muck this up. Y'all have set it up to where as though it's been slow, but we watching it because there's so many different places that y'all can take it. Just take it the right way, please. I need Daredevil eventually killing Fisk, or eventually exposing him to the point that somebody else kills him. You understand? So, they could just take this so many places. I hope they do right. But I gotta take my hat off to them either way. As watered down as this MCU Daredevil is, it's still better than every other thing they put out after Netflix.
All right. We'll leave it there. Appreciate you coming through, man. Till next time.
Peace.